Welcome back to Tucson, the home stretch for Oregon. Trying to battle their way to New Orleans in the BCS championship game. They've got this game, UCLA, and then the Civil War against Oregon State. Weather tonight, windy. I think it's windier than 5 to 10 miles an hour. It'll be an impact on the kicking game, and Arizona will kick off. Oregon won the toss. And with the wind at his back, Jason Bonham, where Jonathan Stewart takes it. And there's the physical running back Craig talked about. Unusual to have him as the kickoff return man out near the 30.
Oh, man. You better go low on that body.
There is Dennis Dixon again. We talked about that knee that he tweaked against Arizona State. The entire stadium, Eugene, silent as he was writhing around in pain. Got up, was jogging around the sidelines at the end of the game. He's had 11 days to heal. And again, Mike Bellotti says not an issue. Mobility is so important for the Ducks senior quarterback. He's throwing on first down, and it's Stewart who makes a catch and a tentative move after that, and he's tackled by Lewis Holmes, the defensive end. Joey Harrington, the former Duck, introduces you to Oregon's offense.
Front, Max Unger, Jeff Schwartz, and Mark Lewis have started every game this season on the offensive line and have done a great job opening up holes for one of the top rushing offenses in the country. That offense is led by senior quarterback Dennis Dixon and junior running back Jonathan Stewart.
On second down, it's Stewart. He gets downhill in a hurry and stretches to the 37. It'll set up about a 3rd and 3. Arizona's defense introduced by Taron Mowat, two-time ESPY Award winner and a softball pitcher.
Thanks, Chris. At starting defense, the L-Train Lionel Dotson leads the defensive front, and at linebacker is a big hitter in the second level. All-American candidate Antoine Cason anchors the secondary. Go Cats!
Thanks, Taron. Let's see if the Cats defense can get the Ducks off the field on 3rd and 3. Dixon hands it off to Stewart, who barrels into Arizona territory. He carries out those fakes so well. Just a little hesitation on that side of the Wildcats defense.
You can't have hesitation at all when you're going against this option offense, because it's a dead killer. When you get into this play here, you're going to see that the linebackers, watch the flow of the linebackers and how they bunch up, play side. You can't have, look at it, 4 guys right here in the middle of the field. That's not good defense.
Absolutely. No one had contained. Dixon could have pulled the ball himself and run with that one.
Dixon still has it, fires over the head of the intended receiver, Andre Crenshaw, running back. Wind is an issue tonight for the passers, Doug.
Yeah, the wind's blowing. It felt like it was blowing, if you're looking at the Oregon offense, right to left across the field towards the Arizona bench a little bit. But there it didn't look, and I was looking at Dennis during pregame, getting up over that front leg and throwing, and he looked a little bit tentative. Just he has the brace on there, and that throw sailed high on him, so I want to keep an eye on that.
Dixon on 2nd and 10. Straight back, fires over the middle. It's caught by Jason Williams. Not incomplete. Had his hands on it. Antoine Cason, the fine cornerback there in coverage. Cason, the senior out of Long Beach, one of the best players in that defense.
Yeah, there's that leg you're talking about. Look at him step up, Dixon, and you see how he steps up over. Nice throw, but this is a game that's going to be played in space, and the linebackers that time were at the right place.
They're going to be linebackers caught in space a lot today. They're going to have to make some nice open field tackles, both on Stewart and Dixon.
3rd and 10. Ducks will do this a lot. Plenty of time in the play clock. They'll make adjustments and survey the defense almost every snap. Dixon well protected. Fires a dart. Catching it is Aaron Pflugrad, but he's short of the first down. The true freshman, son of the receiver coach, Robin Pflugrad, makes the catch, but Ronnie Palmer combining with Cason on the stop. 4th down.
Palmer's dropping off in just a zone coverage and comes up to make the hit. You've really got to jam the receivers on the outside play zone there in the 3rd and long, creating now a 4th down situation.
They're going to go for it. Stewart in the game. It's 4th, and they need 3 yards from the 39. Dixon still has it. It's a crease. Dennis Dixon headed for the end zone. And the knee looks okay. 39 yards.
Boy, he makes it look easy.
That's Mark Stoops, defensive coordinator. I want to show you here the outside. Lost contain. You see this right here? Lost leverage. Outside corner's got to bring that in there and push it to his partner. Buddy system. There's no buddy system. You have no leverage on the ball carrier.
And they're going to run it right in the two-point conversion. That's Ed Dickson, the tight end. Wow, from 4th and 3, they convert it, get the touchdown, and now the two-point conversion, 8-0, 2.5 in.
Well, I think going into the 3rd and 10 situation, Oregon knew we're going to go for this. We got to get most of it back and set up a situation where we can go for it. Great decision.
Little powwow on the defensive team for Arizona. Dennis Dixon in the house early. Ducks up 7-0. Oregon 8-0. The touchdown run by Dixon on the 4th and 3 play. And this Tucson crowd even settles into Arizona Stadium. Their team is in a hole. They'll get the football now for the first time. I'll show you that two-point conversion. They caught the cat snapping.
Hey, so much for Dennis Dixon's leg maybe not being 100% or him feeling the pressure of the Heisman.
Just taking his reads and executing plays.
Matt Evanson to kick off for the Ducks. Scoots it along the ground, and as the returner, Mike Thomas, falls down, the ball goes through the end zone. Here's the 4th and 3 touchdown, guys.
Yeah, the way they went at it last year. We're talking about the buddy system here, and you really get a sense of how if they get caught in space, linebackers and the alley fillers, the guys coming from the outside, must be responsible.
On the 2-point, they line up in that formation just in case you don't overshift to it and usually shift back to kick the extra point. But Arizona didn't get out there. Quick snap it, in for 2.
Adding on to the momentum they get from the touchdown. 8-0. Chris Jennings is the setback next to Willie Tuitama, who fires over the middle. That's the tight end, Rob Gronkowski, the freshman from Buffalo. We'll see a lot from him tonight as Aaron is back to introduce us to the Arizona offense.
Thanks, Chris. Now the offense. Let's start with the offensive line. Tackle Evan Britton leads the big men up front, blocking to give Willie Tuitama time to find top targets Mike Thomas and Rob Gronkowski in the spread. And don't forget home run threat Nicholas Grigsby in the backfield.
We may have to bring Taryn back in the 3rd and 4th quarter for another lineup introduction.
She is a communications major.
Yep.
You can tell.
She's got an opportunity.
Tuitama takes a shot downfield on 2nd and down, looping the long throw. It is intercepted on the far sidelines. Jairus Byrd has it. He was looking for Mike Thomas, his top receiver, put it up there. Byrd ran underneath it.
Sonny Dykes, the offensive coordinator on the field in pregame, said he was going to take some shots early down the field and felt like that Byrd might be a little susceptible to the big plays. Here, Byrd comes up with a big play.
Well, Byrd had a lot of cushion, just backpedaled out of, didn't backpedal at all. He turned and ran the entire way so he could see the ball in the air, which made it an easy interception for him, seeing the flight of the ball the entire way.
Byrd is his sophomore, not the fastest corner, but he's got a knack for making plays. 4 interceptions on the year. What are you doing, said coach to quarterback.
Yeah, not a good decision there, coach.
So the Ducks up 8-zip, get the ball back. It's Crenshaw in motion, but Stewart gets the handoff. A lot of traffic on that left side. Short loss. Right away, guys, Arizona's defense has to make a stand here. Oregon, when they get rolling, especially early in games, can score in bunches.
And they do score early in bunches, which puts pressure on the opponent's offense. The last thing Arizona wants to do in this game is get in a shootout early on without enough weapons to throw the ball down the field.
Ducks have scored 125 points in the first quarter alone. And a physical run by Stewart gets to the 25. Spencer Larson and Krogstad combining on the stop. It's quick they've been 27 touchdown drives of less than 2 minutes, 13 times in less than 60 seconds.
So many big plays. This was a typical example. Arizona looked creating a 4th down situation, a possible big stop, bang, gone for a touchdown.
See what Chip Kelly, the offensive coordinator, in his first year here, has cooked up on 3rd and 8. Wildcats show pressure and bring it off the edge, but Dixon fires complete. Williams in the secondary. Jace rumbling down near the 30, and an accurate throw from Dixon on 3rd down. 26 yards.
If you really want to know whether or not Dennis Dixon's for real or not, this gives you an example of it. We've seen his legs, we've seen his decision-making. Going to have pressure coming from the outside, Doug, and he reads, takes his time, steps up, makes the throw.
Just, he looks so relaxed when he throws the ball. Ball's high to Williams, he goes up and gets it, but Fontenot leaves his feet. Therefore, he couldn't make the tackle after the catch, turns into a big play.
And a first down at the 29-yard line. So often he'll get the signals from the sidelines, then make the adjustments. This is Pflugrad in motion. And now he settles in the backfield. Dixon, it's a reverse. Pitch back to Derek Jones. And Derek Jones into the secondary. Fighting for the corner, shoved out inside the 5. Derek Jones off a 3-game suspension. Quite a team policies, but he's the fastest guy on the team, and they need him shorthanded at the receiver position.
You just can't play half the field. This is a deal where you must be bet against this offense, man. Doug, look at, you've got a lot of blue shirts over to the right.
Actually, it's just good execution offensively.
Dixon still has it. Short throw, intercepted. Batted and intercepted Ness. And Ness, a huge return. On the carom, the Cats make a big play. Dixon was looking for Derek Jones.
Yeah, he maybe really tried to push, couldn't have. Ness in the secondary starting tonight instead of Dominic Patrick to make big plays. Catch should have been there.
Kaysen was on coverage on the play. He falls down. The ball hits Williams in the chest, bounces up in the air, and Ness takes advantage of it. This is the break Arizona needed. They need some turnovers early, and a couple plays go their way.
They had 6 turnovers in the win last year in Eugene. For Dixon, just his 4th interception of the season. That one you can blame on the receiver. Nick Grigsby, the true freshman tailback.
Well, like all quarterbacks, after an interception, you better have your head on a swivel. Watch out.
Just a push, not a big. You see him getting up, though? He was very careful on the left knee. He got up on his right leg the entire way.
If you're Dixon and you're as skinny as he is, you let somebody else make the tackle on the interception. Tuitama, short throw over the middle, complete, trying to reverse field as Grigsby, who's dragged down after a short game by Jerome Boyd, the linebacker.
You know, but this is really where you have to be smart offensively. You have to recognize a huge opportunity that your defense gave you. If nothing else, don't make a mistake here. Hunt the football, trade ends with him.
He's a defensive-minded guy, isn't he? Yeah. He's being careful. You're right about don't turn it over here and all that, but I'd really love to see him try to convert and get some points out of this.
That's what Mike Stoops is thinking. 3rd and 7. Grigsby to the left of Tuitama. Ducks bring some pressure right up the middle. Tuitama, not a mobile guy, but has enough wheels to get the first down and get out of bounds inside the 35. He didn't like to run at all, only when absolutely necessary. Had to scamper for 18 yards and a first down.
We were talking with him yesterday, and we were all laughing because, yeah, he had a 22-yard run and an big 11-yard run for a first down. The key is these runs are coming on 3rd down situations for him. He does not like to run the ball. He had a bad concussion. He's very... Well, we think he's been a little timid about taking off and running with the ball.
Timely run there, and they're set up at the 34 of the Ducks. Short completion. This is Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas sprinting down the sidelines. Diving for the end zone. Touchdown.
You know,
and the offense does cash in on the turnover.
Absolutely. They cash in on the legs of Tuitama, who really opens this up. He's got to run the ball when he's given the chance. That puts the pressure on the defense to play the entire field. Mike Thomas, a very confident receiver.
Yes, he is. That's his 10th touchdown catch of the year. He thinks he's an all Pac-10 guy. He didn't see many receivers in this conference playing better than he is, and he's got a lot of believers here. Jason Bonzio for the conversion. So Tuitama, 18-yard run followed by the 34-yard touchdown pass to Thomas. Oregon, after the Dixon interception, still up 1.87. We got the makings of a shootout at Tucson. rain here in Tucson this morning. All the locals get excited.
Well, hold on
Change of
now.
pace.
Well, I mean, rain was you could see it hitting the pool. I mean, it wasn't like a downpour.
True.
Yeah, but a downpour for him out here in the desert.
Thomas takes it to the end zone, cashing in on the interception by Nate Ness. And a couple minutes ago, 5 plays ago, Oregon had a 1st and goal. Ready to go up 15-0. Instead, it's 8-7, and the deep kickoff forcing Stewart back, and he'll take a knee. Again, he was looking in the end zone for Derek Jones. Should have been a touchdown catch.
Yeah, this is what you're talking about. Here's a 15-point swing, really. I mean, this is supposed to almost 15-0.
Look how relaxed he is in the pocket. Boom off the chest of Williams, up in the air. Ness being alert, comes up with it. It just amazes me how calm his feet are in the pocket. He looked to the right side of the field. Dixon just turns and sticks it in the chest of Williams to the left side.
Dixon not likely to unravel after just his 4th pick this year. He's a pretty cool customer, and he flips it off complete in the flat. Running room out near the 40-yard line is Ed Dixon, the sophomore tight end.
Well, we did say that in this ball game tonight, if Arizona was going to have a chance, they were going to have to score a lot of points because Oregon's offense, they're good. They're balanced and they're all over the place.
And they're going to need some breaks like that, get some turnovers. When we look at Oregon, they're going to get stopped as if they stop themselves.
On 1st down, Stewart breaks through the hole. Short gain. Saw Spencer Larson there, number 1, the senior linebacker. 2 years in a Mormon mission. He's come back, and he's the top tackler in the Pac-10. 100 tackles coming in tonight.
He'll have his work cut out. It's a short gain, yeah, but it's 5 yards. I mean, that's the deal that Stewart gives you.
Dixon to Williams. He kind of picks his way across midfield. Should have 1st down yardage at the 47, and Spencer Larson is there on the stop. Aaron?
Chris, you guys are talking about Dennis Dixon, how calm he seems to be out there. That's something he's really made an effort to change, and he credits a lot of that to his new offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly. He said at the start of the season, the two had a heart-to-heart conversation. Kelly told him, if you throw an interception, you're still the man, you're still the starting quarterback. And Dixon said that went a long way. He started playing free then.
Aaron, he lost his job, as you know, at the end of last season. Stewart takes off. John Stewart. Physical run down near the 30. He's forced out by Ness.
Forced out of bounds by number 32.
Now you see why Oregon averages 271 on the ground.
Well, and you know what? Chip Kelly coming over in his 1st year, we've all said that he's done a remarkable job. And like Aaron was talking about, Dennis Dixon just kind of accepted the perfection that he's expecting. Chip Kelly, just a smart guy.
Yeah, he did an amazing job back at UNH. He was doing the same thing with Ricky Santos at quarterback.
That would be New Hampshire. UNH would be New Hampshire. Not everybody knows.
Not everybody's from New England. But did you see Dennis Dixon after his interception? Not down, getting up, don't worry about it. We're moving the ball right down the field to do it again.
The snapper was 1 of the play clock, breaking through. Chopped down to the 18-yard line is Andre Crenshaw, the change of pace back, the sophomore who's getting more touches with the season-ending injury to Jeremiah Johnson, who was the number 2 tailback. There's Mark Stoops.
Yep, Mark was nice, sat in with us yesterday. The coaches really, we enjoy sitting down with coaches and watching film because you know what they're thinking and trying to accomplish. In this game right now, it's a game of being played in space, and right now, Stoops' defense is playing on their heels, looking too much.
Stewart tries to get the corner. Falls down at the 15. Payson on the stop.
The key defensively, he said, was playing your responsibility, staying in your gap defensively, the ends, downstepping, playing halfway between the back and the quarterback, whether he's going to pull it. Just keep your gap and keep your leverage. And we saw Larson on the touchdown.
Dixon gets the signal from the sideline, but he'll have to take a timeout. The play clock goes down at 3. That's the routine for that very quickly. Check the defense. They signal into Dixon from the sidelines, and he'll make the difference. Oregon already 188 yards and a huge improvement over the meeting a year ago in Austin. They came off a loss to USC. Very flat performance. Fumbled a couple of punts. Dixon had 3 interceptions. Arizona ran the ball at will. This was a beatdown in Austin. It was silent by the end of the game. The Wildcats players said they loved it. 37-20. It was their first win in Eugene in 20 years and snapped a 7-game losing streak in the series. So motivation for Oregon way beyond the BCS and even the conference title tonight.
Well, I think a lot of credit goes to Mike Bellotti, Nick Aliotti, his defensive coordinator, a staff that has been together a long time to be able to pull him out of the tank. I mean, Fowler, you said it. You asked him the question. You guys really looked pretty bad in that bowl game. And now here they are playing for a title, maybe.
Yeah, that was as bad a lay-down job as I've seen in a bowl game ever. And they lost in the Las Vegas Bowl to BYU. No effort shown at all. And the credit to him and his staff and the players to rebuild things in the offseason. 2nd and 7 after the timeout. Stewart changes to the left of Dixon now. Wildcats bring pressure off the edge. Dixon will just fall down now. Wanted to try a shovel pass. There was traffic and perhaps a miscommunication, and now Dixon holding his knee. There was no contact. He just crumpled on the ground. And there is the backup, Brady Leaf, younger brother of Ryan. Real concern here.
Well, you know, this week during practice, Dennis looked really good. Oh, just comes to the inside, and that's that tweak, man. When, you know, if you've ever had an MCL, inside ligament sprain, you understand what he feels right here. Dennis Dixon, when he comes, and that leg just keeps going. There's an end point that you're supposed to get to, and he went beyond where it's supposed to be.
And after the injury in the Arizona State game a week ago last Saturday, there was concern the folks are showing you here in Onsen. It was silent. He got up and was jogging on the bench by the end of the game, indicating that he was okay. Still kind of calm and collected as he walked off. Has to be a little bit scared right now, though, Doug. A non-contact collapse there.
Absolutely, and I'm sure he probably felt the same type of thing during the week. Whether it was 100% or not, there was probably tweaks there. And you could see he was being a little careful about getting up over that front leg. Now, when he took off on the run, he was going straight north and south. There's no cutting involved. It's just picking up and putting down the feet. There he's trying to make a cut, and obviously did not look good.
New game, fellas. Brady Leaf in the game. New options.
Yeah, they use a different offense when the senior from Montana comes in the ballgame. You don't see much running from the quarterback position. Punt fake, a short throw. It's complete. Stewart trying to fight through tackles, drop at the 16. Leaf has played some football. He's been in this offense just 1 year, though. It's a change from the previous years, and he's not Dennis Dixon.
And a big part of that is it was Dennis Dixon's first year with a new coordinator, so I'm sure Dennis got the majority of the snaps.
There is Ryan Leaf, of course, who played at Washington State, the big brother of Brady. Check on Dixon's status. 34-yard field goal attempt from Matt Evanson. And he knocks it through. So, Oregon, long drive produces a field goal. They lead by 4, but the bigger concern, the left knee of number 10.
Welcome back to Arizona. Oregon leading 11-7 right now. Very concerned faces over here on the Ducks sidelines. Just moments ago, trainers were taking off the brace of Dennis Dixon's left knee, and kind of a telling moment. Mike Bellotti just came over and kind of held his player's head in his hand, said a few things in his ears, and I actually just got to look at Dennis Dixon's eyes, guys, and there are a few tears in there. So I did speak with a few people from the Ducks before the game, and they did tell me one of the biggest concerns is he was not being honest with the training staff about how injured that knee was. Chris?
They looked okay in that early touchdown run, but again, just crumpling to the grass, the non-contact situation, and we'll keep a close eye on it, but from the look of him on the bench there, I think he knows he may be done for the night.
Well, and speaking with Chip Kelly, the coordinator on the field before the game, and asked him, Doug and I said, hey, how was he in practice? He said he was full speed. He looked really good. Now, he hasn't been hit in practice, so we don't know about that. But when you make a violent cut in a game, full speed, you can't replicate that in practice. You know, you protect yourself in practice. Now, hey, Brady Leaf's got to step up.
Well, the Ducks have had to step up as a group offensively. This team has been really decimated by injuries to Jonathan Stewart, Cameron Colvin, Brian Pasinger, both key receivers injured out for the year. And now Dixon perhaps done for the night. Nick Grigsby is the tailback next to Tuitama, who fires for a short completion over the middle across the 30-yard line. And it's Gronkowski, the tight end, with his second catch of the night as we check in with Reese Davis for a 30-30 update. Reese?
All right, Chris, home run king Barry Bonds indicted for perjury and obstruction of justice charges. He is charged with lying when he told a federal grand jury that he did not knowingly use performance-enhancing drugs. More baseball news in the offseason. Alex Rodriguez and the Yankees have agreed to the outline of a deal, which would be 10 years, $275 million. More on SportsCenter after the game. You can stay current with ESPN News.
Reese, thank you. Tuitama has a man wide open. It's Gronkowski, the tight end, who has it near the 30. On a team filled with guys from Texas and California, they got themselves a tight end from Buffalo, Gronkowski.
Sounds like
a player.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
6'6". Look at the little shuttle move right there at the end. The corner thought he maybe was going to block him. Get the ball out there.
Nice play action, suck everyone up. He slips past. Now's a guy 6'6", slip past people without being noticed. The ball's up early and on time. He might be running with that one.
Kwame Ajiman, the linebacker, was chasing him. He made the tackle at the 32 now. It's Grigsby hammering straight ahead off the left side. Nice gain of about 5.
Grigsby on the carry, tackled by number 30, Kwame Ajiman.
Motion from Dixon.
5-yard gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats.
He means so much to this team, and this game really means so much to him personally. He's not at all focused on individual awards, but with Heisman voters looking in, the ballots emailed out this week, there was individual importance as well as his importance to the team in this game tonight. Tuitama flips it short. It's caught by Grigsby. Excellent job. They dropped him for a loss. Patrick Chung, the Rover, on the tackle.
Oregon's defense, we talk about Brady Leaf needing to step up. Now it's really, hey, Oregon's defense got to make plays. Drop 5 into the middle of the field that time, only rush 3. You got to see the screen, know the game. They got to make the plays.
Grigsby can make people miss in the field. We saw that on film, and they just came out sure tackling. Actually, their leading tacklers are all in the secondary for Oregon.
That's usually not good.
That's usually not a good thing.
Now, with the cornerback, Walter Thurman is the second leading tackler. That's very unusual. Tuitama fires over the middle. Thomas has a first down at the 15. Speedy Mike Thomas. Our check, it's Deshaun Dean, number 18 on the tackle. Aaron?
Chris, I just had a chance to speak with Oregon trainer Kevin Stile, who, by the way, had tears in his eyes. Dennis Dixon has a twisted left knee. He is done for the night. They're going to evaluate him in the locker room. If it's any indication, his father is being brought down to sit with him as well.
Aaron, thanks. You see Dennis on his feet. He's wrapped in ice. I'm sure that might not be doctor's orders, but he's trying to get out there and support the defense. On first down, Grigsby. Nothing on the left side. Good job by Thurman, the corner, filling. That's why he's got so many tackles. He's an active corner.
Corner making a tackle for a loss.
It's Dixon's father.
You know, with the way everyone's reacting on the sideline there, I'm fearing that Dixon may be done for more than just tonight. It just, the reaction doesn't seem
Well,
like
you and I, we both had that injury and tried to play with it. And it's one of those that you just can't. If you're a drop back in the middle of the pocket quarterback and not moving anywhere, you can play with it. But when your game is half the time on the perimeter, that takes you out of it.
Well, he was on his feet, though. If it were a serious kind of ligament tear, which only an MRI could tell, would he be standing? Tuitama for the end zone, looping it incomplete. Overthrew Dean that time.
But my question is this. 11 days ago he injured it. Thought he was going to be ready tonight. Rested it, did whatever he had to get ready tonight, and obviously it wasn't ready. Now he re-injures it to maybe a little worse than it was before, at least the same.
We have no idea, though, really. I mean, what is the severity of the injury?
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. But now he's got to turn it around and come back again. Next, it heals up in a certain amount of time.
Visiting with his dad right there. 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats, an important play here. And Tuitama loops it for the end zone, but It was Thomas who broken off the route and was well defended by Thurmond over there. So a miscommunication. And the Cats will settle for a field goal attempt from Bonzio.
In visiting with Sonny Dykes, the coordinator, about the red zone for this offense, the timing's just not there. It's off a little bit. You know, you're just not in sync.
But he did say Gronkowski is a nice weapon down there, and he had a nice release on his linebacker. His man-to-man, when it's man-to-man, I might look for the big 6'6" guy.
32 yards for the very reliable field goal kicker. 18 of 22 coming in, make it 19 of 23. And the deficit is 1, thanks to that 2-point conversion that Oregon got on their opening touchdown. Well, sort out the communication issue there with Sonny Dykes.
That's what Sonny's telling him. Look, you got a tight end down the middle of the field, and you got a linebacker on him. You got a mismatch there. When you talk about this game and the way it started, Dennis Dixon came out, and he had the Oregon Ducks looking like the #2 team in the country. He was throwing the ball. He was accurate. They were running the zone read option extremely well. Takes off around the corner, goes the distance for a touchdown. Now this offense will change. No question about it with Leaf in there. This is the play that he had the leg injured on.
Boy.
Wow, didn't he just collapse to the inside?
I just don't like seeing that. Ouch.
I've had 3D surgeries myself. It doesn't feel very good in this end of the booth either.
Boy, we are a lame group up here or what?
And how fluid was he up to that point, though? I mean, the touchdown run, he was just striding it out, standing in the pocket. There's a smile on his face. Yeah, now he's got a little smile on his face. He's got past that moment.
And, he needs to help now, Leaf.
Exactly.
Oh, he's got to be there for support. Absolutely.
What should he tell him besides just moral support? I mean, it is a little bit different kind of an offense because Leaf's a different kind of an athlete than Dixon.
I think right now you're just lending your support. Let him know what you saw the first couple of series, and then be there for him. Hey, this is your game now. Go get it.
And the deep kickoff forcing Stewart back 4 yards deep. He's going to bring it out. Not a good decision. Excellent coverage. Michael Turner on the stop, and Oregon, as flags fly, a scuffle. These two teams not that enamored with each other. Now they may pick up the flag.
There is no flag on the play.
All right, on second thought. One of sports' great rivalries. Once again, we'll determine who plays for the Rose Bowl. Ohio State and Michigan. ABC Sports, noon Eastern time, following College Game Day from Ann Arbor. Part of Rivalry Week, presented by Remington.
How about that after the first 2 weeks of the season? Michigan in a spot to still get to the Rose Bowl.
They didn't lose a conference game in the first two.
That was the key. There wasn't conference. They weren't conference games.
Just the second time ever, both teams coming off the loss entering that game. So here is Leaf. And he hands it off to Stewart, who picks his way back to the near sidelines. And never does get brought down, but steps out of bounds at the 13. Kason forced him out.
I think this is where Leaf really has to focus on what Dennis Dixon's been taught Monday through Thursday about the ball handling, the fakes, carrying them out. That's where he's got to do that in order to allow Stewart to have the open lanes.
And the difference on that play is that was a called run. There's no read involved where he was going to pull it out and have the option at all. It's a running offense.
On 2nd and 5, Stewart cuts it back and is hammered at the 24. He'll have a first down. Brady Leaf has started a couple games in his career. When Dennis Dixon lost his job at the end of last season, Leaf went and started the Civil War. Very emotional rivalry with Oregon State on the road. They came up short in that game, but most felt that Leaf played pretty good football given the circumstances. And again, he's been around the program for a long time.
Well, we at Virginia Tech, we've had him a couple of weeks in a row. Sean Glennon stepped up when Tyrod Taylor went down, his team in position to make a turn, pick his team up.
And they'll rely clearly in this situation on Stewart in the offensive line and a 4-yard gain there on first down.
Okay, the flow's changing a little. These are deliberate. We're calling them. We're going to run the ball, set up the play action passes. Leaf right now, just get yourself comfortable and run the offense.
Of course, Mark Stoops, defensive coordinator now, he's going to put the ball in the hands of the quarterback. He's going to take away Stewart on these options.
This is Andre Crenshaw, who stutter steps and motors ahead across the 30. He'll have another first down. Oregon already, guys, over 200 yards rushing, 210.
We're not even through the first quarter yet.
Oh, check it. That's 210 total yards. They've run for 144.
Right,
still pretty good.
A lot of that came on the Dennis Dixon run, but they are churning out 6-7 yards a carry easily.
That offensive line that was not heavily recruited out of high school, but a group that has grown together. Now Leaf still has the football. Fakes a throw, and the defense buys it, and Leaf is able to gain 6 or 7. He's not Dixon, is he?
You can't teach that, all right? You can't teach that.
Oh, wow. Even Leaf has a smile on his face. It worked in slow motion.
Not sure how much you want to spend time teaching it.
Eventful first quarter. Dixon knocked out for the evening, but the Ducks up 11-10 in Tucson.